The global economy is hitting two massive bottlenecks at exactly the same time. In our offices, we are drowning in an administrative productivity crisis, while in our hospitals, we face a demographic elder care shortage that is quickly becoming unmanageable. Japan is currently the primary testing ground for this demographic reality. With nearly 30% of their population over the age of 65, they are facing a workforce shortage that effectively serves as a preview for the rest of the world. Solving an office workflow requires better reasoning and LLMs, while lifting a patient requires computer vision and physical actuators. Because the technical requirements for these tasks are so different, AI development is splitting into two distinct branches to address these specific crises. The first branch is Agentic AI, a cognitive multiplier. Its goal is to handle the end-to-end admin of life, moving the human role from being the person who executes the workflow to being the editor who approves the result. The second branch is physical AI, which acts as a humanity support system. By 2026, researchers expect these systems to use US-developed vision models to help Japanese robots sense a patient's gait or operate robotic beds, reducing the physical burnout of human caregivers. These two paths are converging into a hybrid labor economy. In this model, digital agents manage the schedules and paperwork, while physical robots handle the dangerous or taxing manual labor. This strategy is being built to stabilize healthcare and manufacturing by late 2026. However, delegating these essential tasks to autonomous systems introduces a trust gap that the technology has not yet fully closed. For agentic AI, the primary barrier is reliability. We cannot trust a digital agent to move large sums of money or delete sensitive data if it can still imagine or hallucinate a reason to make a mistake. This diagram shows the architecture designed to prevent that. A primary AI drafts a workflow, but a specialized validator AI must first check it against hard-coded rules. Even then, the system requires a human-in-the-loop gate to click approve for any high-risk action. For physical AI, the barrier is empathy. A robot can help an elderly person stand up, but it might misinterpret a look of frustration for physical pain, failing to provide the specific care the patient actually needs. Developers use multimodal emotion recognition to bridge this gap. Instead of just reading a face, the AI cross-references tone of voice, biometrics like heart rate, and contextual history. These inputs converge, giving the robot an accurate reading of the patient's actual emotional needs. This approach leaves the quantifiable tasks, like schedules and heavy lifting, to the AI. This is intended to give human staff more time to focus on the social and emotional care that sensors cannot replicate. This shift is creating a real-time sociological experiment, dividing the workforce based on how individuals adapt to these systems. There is the lazy trap. If a person relies on AI for every complex scheduling conflict or repair, those neural pathways literally weaken. Researchers find that these individuals often experience a total paralysis when the technology fails, because they have lost the confidence to solve problems manually. Contrast this with the evolved user, who maintains a pilot mentality. They use AI as an autopilot to handle the boring admin, allowing them to stay fresh for high-level strategy and deep work. The goal for these users is graceful degradation. They use the technology to increase their output, but they retain the manual skills and the intimate knowledge of their craft so they can function if the system ever goes down. This leads to the expertise paradox. To build a better artificial mind, we need more masterful human minds. This line graph shows why. AI capability is currently fueled by reinforcement learning from human feedback. Without a master surgeon or a director to tag the logic behind their decisions, the AI's skill level hits a knowledge ceiling and stops improving. If the next generation stops learning foundational skills, the AI will eventually start recycling its own old data. This could lead to a permanent stagnation where science and culture merely repeat what has already been done. Because of this risk, AI-free skills are becoming a luxury designation. Some news outlets now use human-only badges to signify that a story was investigated and written without generative assistance, marking it as a high-trust product. We are building a massive digital library, but we still need human authors to write the new books. Without them, the library eventually becomes a collection of dusty, repeated stories. Global governments are responding by shifting toward a high-floor, high-ceiling strategy. They are implementing policies to ensure everyone has a base level of AI literacy, while elite institutions double down on teaching first principles thinking to produce the experts who will critique the AI's logic. This has led to a regulatory push for contestability. New laws in the EU and elsewhere are securing the right for a human expert, not just an algorithm, to review high-stakes decisions about your health or your finances. This shift moves the human from the role of the manual worker to the role of the pilot. AI has become a powerful tool for execution, but human experts remain the only source of the ground truth needed to give that execution meaning. If you found this deep dive valuable, please hit that like button, share it, and subscribe to KYC AI Labs for more science behind the AI headlines.